where do I even start? Okay, so first I'll show you some footage from the day of the concert, like how I got there and what was there, the fans, the merchandise, everything. What's up guys, good morning. I moved yesterday to a new hostel and today I'm going to MAMAMOO's concert, finally. I got a shirt that kind of fits the event. I got here Megan Fox with a mustache, MAMAMOO. So I'm going to vlog with my cell phone there because you're not allowed to bring cameras. I mean, you can bring cameras to the area, but you cannot enter with a camera. So I don't want to bring my camera, so I will not have to put this in the storage and everything because there's always a long line. So I'll just vlog with my cell phone and I'll see you guys there. Just arrived at the area, and there is also Icon concert today at the stadium right next to where MAMAMOO is performing. So you're gonna see a lot of people wearing red. I'll show you. See? Okay, so this is Icon Stadium, and this is MAMAMOO Stadium. Just looking for a place where I could buy a light stick. I was standing in line for some kind of thing that I did not really understand, so I went away from there. It was like all in Korean. I think you should get like an app or something, so I just went away from there. Hwasa.
사전 협의되지 않은
Okay, well, this is the line to get the light stick. I'm gonna wait. I came early.
미역이 산청 앞에 가서 찾고 있었는데. 야 이거 있어? 네, 집에 있어요. 샀잖아요 저번에 엄마가 사줬잖아요. 붙이는 거 맞아요? 빨리 붙일 거야 안 붙일 거야?
So I'm going to stand in line to get inside the show. There is like 1.5 hours till the show begins, but you have to line up 1.5 hours before if you have a standing ticket. And actually the number I chose when I bought the ticket is my entry number, but you still have to like stand in a queue before. Yeah, so I'm going to wait for 1.5 hours. See you inside. Okay, so the stage was like this, and I was standing here in the red spot. Actually, the number that you get when you purchase the ticket is it's your number in the queue to get inside. So my number was 255, which was not the best, but not that bad. I was really close to the stage. There was the main stage and like the second stage, so I was close to the second stage. And like I believe it's the best spot because it might be far from the main stage, so when they perform on the main stage you don't see really good, especially if there are people standing in front of you. But if you stand in the red or the blue area, like near to the main stage, then when they come to the second stage, which is like half of the show, then you see only their backs. So I think it's better being close to the second stage. Especially because like half of the show was there, so you always see their front. First they played some commercials and some clips. And then suddenly I've seen Hwasa on the screen, and I looked around and I saw her standing like right in this area. And then I heard people screaming on the other side, so I just looked and boom, Moonbyul was there, standing right in front of me. Wow, like I couldn't believe it was real, I was shocked. And she was like so serious and she didn't move. Actually, I think she looked a little bit terrified. I don't know why. Maybe she was like overwhelmed by all of the fans. She was like so serious and she didn't move. She didn't blink even, and she looked like a mannequin. Like, gosh, she was so beautiful. And believe me, they're all so much more beautiful in real life. Like, of course, they're also gorgeous on television, but on real life, they're just amazing. They're so good looking. I was like this the whole show. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't believe it was real. I mean, it was yesterday and I'm still excited. Right now it's August 19 when I film it. And Ween and Solar, I couldn't really see them at first from where I was standing. So they started with Paint Me and right after the Kalkomani. At first I thought that my light stick didn't work. I tried to like turn it on because outside of the concert just turn it like this, and then you can push this button and it just changes colors, so you can kind of control it. Yeah, but inside the concert I was like pushing this button all the time and it was barely responding, so I thought something is wrong with my light stick. But somehow, just like for everybody, it changes color by itself. Like it changed everyone's light stick to the same color every time. How did that happen? Like, is it usually like this in K-pop shows? Because it's the first time that I get a light stick and I didn't really know how it works. So how do they control it? Is this like some kind of magic? It was like really surprising to see that. So if somebody knows, please tell me in the comments. I would love to know. Anyway, they were having like solo stages, but they didn't sing their solo songs. Like Moonbyul and Ween sang some new solo songs, but I didn't really understand that. I thought they were covering other songs because they probably told it in Korean that it's like their new song, but I can't speak Korean, so I didn't understand. So I thought it was like a cover. But anyway, it was amazing. At first, Moonbyul was first and she was wearing like men's clothes and everybody went crazy, and then she took off her jacket and she did some crazy rap. Then Youngsun appeared and she covered Chun-Li by Nicki Minaj. I was like, I really love this song and I was so surprised that she sang it because maybe I would expect Moonbyul to sing it because it's like a rap song, but she was actually really good. After she finished with that, they bring the dancing pole inside, and then I knew something was gonna happen with this pole. I knew it's my last minutes of staying alive. So she was like hanged on like some kind of ropes. So it was like she was flying in the air, and she started to sing Despacito in Spanish. Then she came down and there was some dancers joining, and then she went to the dancing pole and I don't think I can say anything about it. Just you understand. And after that, it was Wihin's solo stage, and she also sang a new solo song, which I thought was a cover song. And after that, she sang an English song. Actually, if we speak about Wihin, I think that most of the fans at the concert were Wihin's fans. I just seen like usually in K-pop concerts, you got like fans giving free gifts to other fans. So I've seen most of the gifts are like related to Wihin. And I've seen that when she appears, like, she got the most cheers. So I think most of the fans were Wihin's fans. Yeah, but anyway, after that, it was Hwasa's solo stage. Gosh, you were amazing. And she started with a cover to In the Jungle, because, you know, it relates to Lion. Lion is like her animal and everything. She was wearing this sexy red outfit. And later on, she even made it shorter somehow. No, she took something off, and it was like... It made the fans really happy, especially me. And then she sang Hand Clap in English. When it was 1 centimeter time, which was the song that I was waiting for the most. They did some kind of skit before, so each one of them came to the stage with a different look. So at first Mondial came in, and because she's the tallest, she was like regular, she didn't put anything special. And then you got Solar. She went inside with this dwarf, some kind of hat / mask on her head. It was really funny. Because after that, when she tried to get it off, she couldn't get it off, so someone from the staff came and helped her, and like her earring fell. It was like funny. After that, Hyejin came with really high shoes or whatever. It was like, it looked really tough to walk. And then the finale, Wihin, which is the shortest one, she came flying on the same ropes that Solar were on before. So she came inside flying like, I'm taller than all of you, and like all of the fans laughed. It was really cute. And then they performed the song, but a little different version. Like, it was a live band and not the usual piano. It sounded a little different. It was a really cool version. Unfortunately, they performed it on the stage that is like on the main stage, so I was not really close and I couldn't see really good. And I also didn't want to look on the screen. I didn't look on the screens like almost all of the show, because on the screen I can see it later, and like if I'm there and I see it live, I just want to look at them, at the real them, even if it's far from me. Actually, 2 people fainted on the show. One of them fainted like somewhere next to the stage, I think in the blue area, next to the main stage. And then the fans were shouting like, "Hey, someone fainted!" Even though I don't speak Korean, I could understand that. And all of the girls like rushed to see that everything is okay, and they were like standing and talking to the people. And then Hwasa went and brought her water bottle, and she gave it to the person who fainted. And the girls like stayed there for a few minutes just to make sure everything okay, and they waited until the security came and take the person, and only then they came back to perform. So it was really like, it was, you know, so hot, and people sometimes forget to drink. I mean, maybe they fainted because of excitement, but I believe that it's because it was really hot. You had to drink a lot of water. Well, at some part of the show, they were sitting on some kind of circle, that went up from the stage, and it was like spinning. So it was really close to me, so each time one member was in front of me. And I could swear that when Hwasa was in front of me and when Moonbyul was in front of me, I could swear that they looked at me. Like, I don't know, just seeing their stare. And like when Hwasa looked at me, I was, oh my god, I should do something. I should wave at her. I should tell her something. I should shout. But I was freezing. I was so shocked. And then when Moonbyul looked at my direction, I was making the heart sign to her, but I think she didn't notice that because she was like waving at people. You know, actually when I went to pick up my wristband for the standing area, I got some kind of like sign or paper with something written in Korean. I didn't really understand what it was and it didn't seem important, so I just threw it to the trash and I forgot about it. But then when they performed, I think it was I Love You Too or Star Wind Flower Song, one of them I think. Just at some point of the song, like all of the fans just raised this sign and I'm like, oh shit. I didn't know what it was because it was all in Korean, so the fans were like waving with this sign at the same time. I think it said something, it was written that you should raise it at some point of the song. So I was just like this with my light stick. I have no idea what it was about. Something maybe about the connection between MAMAMOO and the fans. I will maybe figure it out if someone uploads the concert with translation or something. In between there were some like funny skits. So when they went to prepare for different songs, they showed some skits on the screens. It seemed like really cute and funny, but I couldn't understand anything that they said. It was all in Korean. Even when they talked in between, I couldn't understand that. It was frustrating, but you know, I can't understand it, but I still like it.
그러면 네. 지금 우리 마마무와
Anyway, at some point, like they were talking to the audience, and then Moonbyul said something to Hwasa, and Hwasa was like started to blush, and she was really embarrassed. I have no idea what it was, but she was like so embarrassed, and then she went down on her knees, and like all the fans screamed, and I don't know what she said, but she made Hwasa really embarrassed. It was funny to watch. When they were singing Sleep in the Car, it was actually at the closer stage, like the stage I was close to. So there was the part where Moonbyul had her solo rap part in the song, and then the rest of the members, they came to this part of the stage that is closer to me. So I was like filming them with my phone, and at some point like Ween looked at my direction and I was like, oh my god. And then I didn't know what to do. I took my phone down. I was so shocked. It was so shocking. I just took my phone down. I didn't know what to do. Like, oh my god, she looks at me. Before the encore stage, they were playing some more things on the screen, and then someone next to me fainted, and people like screamed for help, and there was nobody. The girls were on backstage, and there were no like security guards or anyone there, so it took some time until someone actually came. We were like screaming, come help, somebody fainted. Well, they said in Korean. I was just waving with my hands. But yeah, it took a few minutes until someone came, and then they just took her out. And then finally the girls came for the encore stage. They performed Egotistic and You're the Best. After that, they were kind of singing, half singing and half like the audience sang Oh Yeah. which was also like the last song they performed. And at this song they were like walking around the stage and taking photos with the fans and waving and just communicating with the fans and taking some souvenirs and presents and taking people's phones and filming themselves. Like, oh my god, I wish I was closer to the stage so they would take my phone and film. Well, last week I was at Zico's concert and I had some personal space and like people were nice. But at this concert people were so pushy, I barely had a place to stand and like I was pushed all the time. But at least I think that during the show I got closer and closer to stage somehow because people just pushed me, so like okay, at least I'm closer. And then there were like some crazy girl who always, like, every direction the girls went, she was like pushing me to this direction. She was like screaming in my ear, like woo! Like it really hurt. And there was someone behind me with a really huge camera, like a professional camera, and it always hit my head at the end. And I was like, gave him the death stare, but it didn't help though. Well, there are some pros and cons to standing. I think that the cons is that you're getting pushed, it's uncomfortable, your whole body is going to hurt, and sometimes you don't see well if tall people stand in front of you, or if they perform on the other stage that is far from you, then you see it less good. So when you have like your own seat, you're comfortable, you don't need to worry, you don't need to stand in line 1 hour and a half before the show. Like seriously, I came 5 hours before the show and I was always standing in line. At first I stood in line for 1 hour and a half just to get the light stick. And then I was standing in a line to pick up my ticket because I bought it online. And then I was standing in line to get my wristband. And then I was standing in line for the toilet. And then I was standing in line to get inside the standing area, which is 1 hour and a half before the show. So yeah, it's really, these are the cons of standing, but it's really worth it if you really love the artist and you get to stand pretty much close to the stage. It's so different seeing them from far away and seeing them so close to you, like you can see them so clearly and they're so close, so it was definitely worth it. Like if you get a chance to stand close to the stage over sitting, then I think it's really worth it. Half of the show was on the stage that is closer to me, so even though half of the songs I couldn't see really well, then the other half they were so close to me, so it was amazing. It's a whole different experience, you just can't explain it. And like I haven't been to too many concerts, but this is definitely the best concert I've been to so far. Like their stage presence, you can see that on TV, but when you see it live, it's totally different. Like they have such a powerful presence, and you feel their energy. And like I think especially Hwasa, I know she's my bias and everything, but I don't say it because she's my bias. I say it because this is what I really think. Her stage presence is outstanding, and she was like communicating with the fans through the whole show. Like even in the middle of the song, she was like looking at people in the eyes, and she was like waving and smiling, and she was really communicating with the audience. So I think it's a great thing as an artist to do, to communicate with your fans. It made us really happy. Another cool thing was that the show was supposed to be 2.5 hours, but it was actually 3.5 hours. Like, it started at 6 p.m. and ended at 9:30. Actually, when I saw the time passing by and they didn't perform Egotistic and Oh Yeah and You're the Best, I knew that they have to perform this song, so I knew it's gonna go on and on. And I don't know if it was supposed to be 3.5 hours, but I just glad that it was, because we got like 1 hour extra with our girls. And after the show, like, I was still super hyped and my adrenaline levels were so high. I couldn't relax. I had to like walk around the stadium, was just walking in circles, and I didn't pay attention to the time, so I almost missed the last subway. And like I wasn't even hungry. I couldn't eat. I couldn't go to the bathroom. That's how it is when you're really, really excited. And I was just forcing myself to eat something because I didn't eat for so many hours, and I knew I have to eat for my body, but I wasn't hungry at all. I was like so excited, and I kept looking at the footage that I took, and like, oh my god, I can't believe it happened. I was like, still, today is one day after the show, and I'm still like so excited about this experience, and I'm really grateful and thankful that I had the opportunity to go and see this show. And really, I feel so blessed that I got this opportunity, and wow, I have to see them again sometime. I couldn't get enough. And I know that so many people want to go to their show, especially MAMAMOOs who don't live in Korea, or they can't afford to like go here and see their show. So I really hope they're going to have some kind of world tour. But trust me, I was enjoying in the name of all the MAMAMOOs, and I was there for you. I took some footage for you. I enjoyed for all of us. And I really hope that in the next concert, you guys can come with me, at least some of you, and we can share this experience, because I think, because I would really like to have someone to share this experience with. I went there by myself. So I really hope that next time I will go with some other momos and we can like enjoy together and share the experience and have fun. So hopefully next time we can like enjoy our girls together. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and you like MAMAMOO or some other K-pop groups, make sure to subscribe, because I upload some reactions, I upload covers, vlogs, skits, all kinds of videos, so make sure to subscribe. Write something in the comments, I will read and reply, and see you next time. Goodbye!